Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod and this is part 5 of Doom on the PlayStation 4. We're going to have some dialogue here.
Olivia is using the tower to drill a doorway into their world. You can prevent her from opening the gate by disabling the tower induction filters.
And very soon again we're going to have some more dialogue, so I'll do the introduction after this.
Untethered cross-dimensional activity is a frequent occurrence outside of the base, so it is recommended that workers buddy up when journeying onto the Martian surface.
So yeah, this is the level Argent Facility. As always, I was using the guide by Mika's Guides. I recommend if you if you want my opinion on the game, obviously I'll give you my opinion during the Let's Play, or during the commentary I should say. Because if it's a Let's Play, you're doing the commentary live. If it's not, if it's just a commentary video, you're doing it after the fact, which is what I do. I recommend Mika's Guide, or Mika's Guide, whatever. It's much better than mine, but I basically used it to get 100% of the collectibles. Because if you didn't know, I mentioned it in the previous episode, but there was one bit in the previous one where I kind of got stuck on where the hell I was supposed to be going. And I looked up a video on YouTube and it wasn't very helpful, admittedly, and then I found Mika's Guide and it showed me where everything was, and I was like, well, that's perfect, I'm going to just go for all the stuff. So I've been using it ever since for these. This is a rune trowel. It gives you, it's a challenge, you have to complete the challenge and then you put it in your slot, and then it gives you power-ups, I guess. So here's the thing, because that press X to continue is in the right hand side of the screen, I keep, like, people will be like, oh, how do you miss that? Because it's on the other side of the screen when I have two screens, it's in the wrong place, basically. Anyway, on this one, you just basically got to shoot the targets with the shotgun, performing glory kills gets you more points, you get 4 seconds. With a glory kill you only get 2 with a single shotgun, but this one should be quite easy. You got, like I said, to go eliminate 15 targets, but yeah, this one's quite easy. They'll keep spawning in, obviously, and you might get some low health as I did there, but yeah, I found this challenge very easy. I guess it makes more sense because it's the first one in the game, because this is the introduction one. So yeah, I guess that might be why it's a little bit easier, because there's one in the next one where bloody hell it took a few attempts. Though that was kind of my fault for choosing a bad path, but I know how I recommended Mika's Guide, or Mika's Guide, whatever you want to say, but I was following that for that challenge, for that rune challenge, and it didn't. I had to do a different route compared to him. They weren't spawning in exactly the same way. Anyway, we earned a trophy there, a gift from beyond. Getting a couple of trophies in this that you'll see. I could have earned some of them earlier actually, but alas, I did not, because I wasn't following Mika's Guide, whatever, for the first 2 levels, because I didn't really no, it was the second level where it was the issue, wasn't it? It was where I got confused on where the hell I was supposed to be going, because it didn't really tell you. I'll tell you what though, when we get to part 6 of Doom, I like this game. The issue is just the platforming. The first person platforming is just, I did not like it. Here we go, as you can see there's a lever here. And if you don't know what the levers do, the levers give you a bonus level from the original Doom. Or maybe it's from Doom 2 or so, I don't know. I've never actually played the original Doom. I know that'd be shocking to some people, but I haven't. So yeah, just trying to find out where this secret room is, to be honest. There it is. You can see it there. So that lever opened up this. We don't actually end up playing it. I'm not going to do that, but that's something I could do potentially in the future if I want to. Probably not on the channel, but something I could do, you know, especially if it earns a nice trophy. As you can see, that was a nice little edit there, because I did this and I ended up dying. I died in the most stupidest way possible as well. Oh no, I died here twice actually. That's not here, but I died here once, and then I died in the next bit afterwards. So you'll see another edit after this. But yeah, I was trying to go for the challenge, which I'll point out in a second what the challenge is. But it was kind of an annoying challenge in the fact that it was just obviously trying to do it ended up killing me. So that's why. So I guess I got glitched there. I guess I glitched behind the that crate. But yeah, you'll see in a second there'll be an enemy that will go to punch us because he's got no. Well, they've all got no weapon. Well, some of them have weapons, but I don't think we won't come across those until the next mission. I think, but yeah, him. You'll see he's absolutely massive, and the challenge is basically you have to get him into glory kill mode and then perform a death from above glory kill, which involves basically jumping on him. So little tip for this guy is basically if you've ever played Halo, he's basically like the Berserker Brutes, where they just essentially try and charge you and punch you. But there you go, got him there, took him down, and then you have to sort of jump on him like that. It's to be knighted. Hopefully it would actually tell me what the name of the thing is in the corner, because normally performing a glory kill actually tells you that, but for some reason it didn't this time. But I guess if the name of the thing is to be knighted, then that was the thing. You'll notice there's a field drone over there. It flies off. We'll be coming back to that later. Just pointing it out, so don't bother trying chasing after it. There's one of these guys in here that give you suit upgrades or whatever. I can't remember what each one of these things are for. I know there's things that increase your health and whatever, but I know they're not them. They might be for weapon upgrades. I can't remember exactly what they are. I like how this is supposed to be sort of like a guide, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Can't remember exactly what these are for. It's sort of annoying. I should really look that up, but I'm not. But yeah, I do love this game. It's a bit, I would say it's rage-inducing. Actually, wasn't Rage a game that I don't think Bethesda did? But unless Bethesda published it, I'm sure there was a game called Rage. I know that. What was it? It was definitely on PS3, but it was also on Xbox 360. Who did it? Oh no, it was by Bethesda. It was by id and Bethesda. Yeah, so that's quite funny because obviously id and Bethesda did this game, which that technically makes Doom an Xbox game now, right? Because Bethesda are owned by Microsoft. I think I tried to go for the bloody glory kill on him there, but I failed. And the edit, by the way, if you didn't see, was when I was in the in that cave. I don't think I pointed it out. I think I hit it quite well, actually. But there we go. To be knighted, completed, done. There we go. That's that challenge. I earned a weapon upgrade point from it. There's actually another type of enemy that we're gonna. I don't know if we've come across them before. I feel like we have. But if we haven't, well, oops. They're a new type of enemy then. But yeah, there's one other type of enemy. I don't know if they're in the next one or if they are in this one. Because I've done this and I've done part 6, and because obviously if I'm doing 2 videos a week of each game now, it makes more sense to record multiple episodes in one go. But that does cause the slight issue of having to remember what is in each one. Right, so coming up, we've got some more dialogue. It's a little bit of a thing behind the curtain here, I guess. But I can tell when there's a dialogue coming up, because obviously I have to edit this all together before I do the commentary over it. And, well, when there's a bit of dialogue or whatever, I raise the volume. So I know that's when the dialogue happened. I know back in the days... God... I know back in the days of when I used to do Halo, sometimes I'd forget to do that and I'd end up talking over the cutscene. But here we go.
We're only temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens individually. Carefully release the hinges.
Warning. Energy contamination detected.
Destroying the production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
I do want to apologise, by the way, if it's if sometimes during that it seems quite loud. Obviously, nothing really I can do when the game sets the volume. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can probably adjust internal game volume and whatever, but yeah, that's the volume that it gets recorded at, and then you know what really am I supposed to do? Now, as you can see there's a codex thing that we picked up. I was trying to figure out where we needed to go. That is not the way that we need to go. I mean, saying that, like I said, I was watching Mika's guides, whatever. But when you're trying to do that, you sort of, while I'm playing the game, I'm a pause and unpause. So trying to figure it out sometimes before he does it on the guide is helpful. Like I said, if you want a better, go to his guide. If you, the thing is, this is more like my opinion of the game that you're going to be hearing on this, rather than I'm showing you where all the stuff is, but yeah, his is way more concise and edited down and perfect. I know someone commenting though, however, that here we go. By the way, down here, this is where the that field drone went to. It hid itself down here, so we got a weapon upgrade that we could go for. So I went for micro missiles, I think, on the heavy assault weapon. I don't like the fact that we end up punching the drone. I feel bad for the drone. But well, that's where we went. You also see a bit later where I finally figured out how you change weapons. Because my stupid brain, did it mention this? I don't know. Like, if it didn't mention it, it'd be kind of annoying that it just expects you to figure this out. But if you hold R1, that gives you the weapon wheel. I feel like it probably did mention this, but I might have skipped over it. But then again, why would it mention it when you only have 2 weapons at the start of the game, so you just need to tap R1 to go between them? But yeah, if you hold R1, it gives you the weapon wheel. Anyway, down here you get another one of these tokens. A Praetor token, I guess, is what they're called. There was a few enemies around there that we have to kill. The annoying thing is I don't seem to be picking up ammo. I mean, thank God that the pistol has I think that's more of a thing in the next episode, to be honest. But thank God the pistol has no ammo. Infinite ammo, I mean. Right? But, I mean, aside from that, I am enjoying the game. It's just... I saw, like, a comment on Maka's guide that was basically like, oh, thanks for this. How did you, they're like, you managed to edit this down to, like, 30 minutes or 20 minutes or however long the video was. And you showed all the guides and trophies and everything. You killed all the enemies and, So it was like you were actually playing the game properly. You weren't just, like, skipping parts of the level. You got all the collectibles, and yet it took me 2 hours to even figure out how to finish, like, the level. Oh, here's the thing, I've got that, and then, well, I tried to get it, but unfortunately, one of the enemies decided to chase me back there. And then I picked this up. These are the suit upgrades, if you didn't know. Well, there we go. I went for health this time. Feel like it's what we need to do, and once you permanently upgrade all of them, you will get a trophy or an achievement for that. So this game is, if you want some easy achievements or trophies, I guess this is the game for you. But then again, I suppose if you want games with this might be. Here's the thing, right? So I'm playing this on PS4, but now it's on Game Pass, so there is the possibility that I could play this again. Unlikely to be on the channel, but yeah, that is a thing. We're gonna get some more dialogue in a second.
You must stop. The hell energy is unusable without the filters.
Warning.
What
Energy
you are
contamination
destroying is
detected.
more valuable than you can possibly imagine. It is a perfect and unlimited energy resource.
Kind of annoying that, you know, that he stops and then he continues, but yeah. Now, you shouldn't really do what I did here, which was I went straight for this rune. Because if you watch that, when you come out the rune, it will be fixed, essentially. Essentially, you should watch where that vehicle went, because it goes back to a part of the level where we already were, but you sort of need that vehicle to, like, move, if you know what I mean, to, I don't know how to describe it, like, you need that vehicle to take the crate that it's carrying in the right place, otherwise you're stuck, and then you have to, like, re-watch it again. As you can see, this rune challenge is reasonably easy in the fact that you have to shoot the explosive barrels. This took me 2 attempts. Obviously, I edited the first attempt out. I was very close as well to actually complete. I think I got to like 28 barrels, and I didn't know where. Yeah, they are barrels technically. I didn't know where the other one was, or the other 2, I should say. They're over there. I don't think it was those that I was going for though. I think I got those, and it was like, I don't know which ones it was, but there was 2 that I couldn't find for whatever reason. It might have been those ones that I ended up shooting. So I think that's why I went for those, like when they were up on the hill. I think that's why I went for them. Not first, but reasonably, you know, close. So now we're out of this rune trial. Now, unfortunately, we got this, but we can't use it because you need to complete 4 rune trials to actually use a second one. But we have Dazed and Confused, which we will be. I think it's the one I went for in the future, like in the next episode, once we've completed the other 2 trials. And by the way, you can upgrade them as well. Now that's what I meant. One of the secrets is up there, but we cannot get to it because, annoyingly, there is no. You know, I thought I'd watched the vehicle, but I didn't, and then I can't actually climb back up because it just wouldn't let me get up here. Don't know why. Wouldn't let me. Maybe I'm just bad at first person platforming. I tell you what though, if you want to say how bad I am at no, this is the one thing that does annoy me about this game, is the first person platforming. Like, I don't mind it, if you know what I mean. Like, it's a little bit of a bugbear thing for me that I'm not a particular big fan of, but I can deal with it, if you know what I mean. It's just annoying, and it's like that. It's why I guess people have to look at guides to know where the hell they're going. But yeah, here you go. You see, you watch the vehicle, and it goes the wrong way. Apparently, it looks like first, but then eventually it does go down there. So I recommend you watch that first, and then as you can see, it puts a thing over there, and then it flies off. You'll see in a second I'll go down there to get that thing, because I was expecting it to come back to get the other crate, because that's what Micah said it would do. He said, oh, it will come back and it will get the other crate, and I went, well, it clearly hasn't, but then I went down, and then I was able to climb back up, so I have no idea what the hell caused that to happen. Maybe it's because this crate hadn't gone. I genuinely do not know what caused this. But then I got sort of stuck. That's why I don't like first person platforming. It's like you get stuck sometimes, and or you fall off things because you have no idea where the hell you're supposed to be going. But there we go, we got a Hell Knight model. And then watch this, and I climbed straight back up. Don't know why, I was doing the exact same thing that happened last time. I guess it does that so you can't skip that area of the map. There's a thing here, you press the thing, you can open it and go in there, but apparently there won't be any enemies in there because it's not where you're supposed to be going yet. So I guess ignore that. At the moment there's another nest here that we can go for. If you didn't know about the nests, I mean, I think I've said this in the previous episodes, but essentially you pull the thing out and it spawns a bunch of enemies. That will, there we go. It seems to spawn these. Well, I don't know if they are Hell Knights now. I need to learn the enemy names. I know like the first enemies are like imps, so they're not like the ones that like you can basically kill with one shot. I don't know what they're called. I think they might be Hell Knights because that's what the name of the challenge is, isn't it? To be knighted. I think they might be Hell Knights. There's a shield over there. Those guys are imps, I think. Some of them attack you with fire and some of them don't, so it's hard to tell. You know, and you're not really paying that much attention when you're playing the game. You're just shooting them, aren't you? Just like, oh, this guy's big, gonna shoot him. Trying to figure out what you don't really think. Oh, this guy is a Hell Knight, or this guy is a, you know, you're not really paying that much attention. Glory killed him because I really needed the health. At first I wasn't going to go for him, but then he's got another. There's another one there. I think it spawns 2 for every nest now, which is at least on this level. So kind of annoying. But at least if you need to get the that challenge, then at least you know there's a lot of them to kill that you can go for, and you only need to kill 2 of them, so it's fine. There we go. Low health. Keep switching between weapons now when we run out of ammo. And that's the thing, actually. So in the previous episodes, I was complaining, oh, I got the rocket launcher and it didn't appear when I died, you know. No, I had it. It's just when I was pressing R1 to switch between weapons, it wasn't actually switching to that weapon, because you need to hold it to get the wheel up. So yeah, that's why I don't think it... If it did tell me, it was very briefly and I ignored it. That's why. I don't know why I tried to climb up the forklift there, but I did. But because this is where you need to go, apparently. You need to go in here. Now, apparently, you need to kill all the enemies in here to get the weapon field support drone, whatever, to spawn in. If you don't, if you leave enemies, you can get the... what, I forgot what they're called now. Bloody hell, the tag or whatever they are. That's at the top part of this level, which is where the field drone spawns, but you can't actually get the field drone. So I would recommend then killing all the enemies, if that's what you need to do. Sort of annoying that I managed to get him to like in a glory kill area, and then he sort of just didn't. But this one did, so that was good. But there's 3 levels to this, so you'll see me going up and down, trying to figure out where they are, because sometimes they don't chase you. You'll see there'll be, yeah, there we go. There's one down here that just, even though his friend decided to chase me up there to where I was, didn't want to follow me. Don't know why. Didn't want to follow his friend up there. I guess didn't want to get killed. Thought he could probably hide from me. But he didn't. And then I don't know if there's any up here that didn't come down. I'll have to... Trying to remember, like I said. I don't think there is. There we go. There's the support drone that didn't appear. Until you kill all the enemies. So if that enemy down there is still stuck there for you, and this drone hasn't appeared, then you know. Like, search all 3 levels, you need to kill all the enemies. Right, there we go. We've got a heat blast from the plasma rifle. We're going to punch it again. I apologise. So sorry. And then, as you can see there, there's the tag, which gives us information on the Hellraiser. I guess that's the one that has the red back, I guess? I don't know. I should really look up the Doom wiki for this. I'll tell you what, no, it hasn't. I won't mention it then. I was going to mention something about Galgun, which is another, I wouldn't say it's a shooter on the channel. Well, no, it's classed as an on-rail shooter, so if you, I mean, technically, if you think about it, Doom and Galgun, very, I wouldn't say similar, but they both deal with hell, because the enemy, or the main villain of the game, the main antagonist is Karuna, who is an angel, not an angel, a demon. But it's an anime style sort of cute game, so it's very much a different game than this. But yes, if you have been seeing the Galgun videos as they show up on the channel, and you're like, what the hell is this? And you haven't clicked on them, and you're like, I'm not in, that's just some weeb anime game. Honestly, yes it is, but also at the same time, like I got it as like a wacky Japan lol. I'll play the first, like I'll finish the main story and I'll do that sort of thing. I mentioned this in the Galgun video that's going to come out later in the week. That's what happened, and then it's weirdly addictive. Like I said, there's multiple endings of the game, and there's a bunch of games as well. I'm playing through Double Peace, which is the first one that came out in the West. But yeah, I mean, by the way, here we go. Super Shotgun, by the way, that's where you get that from. I think you get that by default on the next level anyway, but kind of helpful now, I guess. But yeah, so Galgun, I just intend to do the Shinobu route, which is the main route of the game, like the first route of the game. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll finish the Let's Play, and I'll, another open slot. It'll be a real quick game, and yet it'll be quite funny to play. And yet, here I am, having done 3 of the different routes of the game. Getting 3 different endings. So yeah, we got another nest here, as you can see. But the thing is, though, right? This is like how weirdly addictive Galgun is, right? So I intended it, like I said, to just be like some weird log Japan game where I end up playing through it and playing through the first route and then never doing it again. Or if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna not do it on the camera. And yet, it's so addictive that I actually have... Oh, that's the auto map. There's 4 other games, technically. There's Double Peace, which is the one that I'm playing. Then there's the first one, which is exclusive to Japan. Then there's Galgun Returns, which is essentially a remake of the first one, but localized and with better graphics. So, I haven't got Returns yet. I actually bought the Japanese one. Just because it wasn't cheap, it was 20 quid, which, I mean, that says a lot, right? I mean, first game I got for 5, and here I am buying an exclusive Japanese game that I don't understand for 20 quid. But then again, the rest of them were all going for like 70 on eBay. I was like, God, I just gotta get this if I'm ever gonna play the original one now. Right? So I got it. And then, like I said, there's Returns, which I haven't got, but I intend to get. Probably will have it by the time you guys see this video. And then there's also Galgun 2, which I ended up getting on the Switch. And yet they're doing a... this is the spoiler thing. Well, not spoiler, but like the thing that I mentioned in the video. I actually found out literally just before recording the commentary for that. Is that they're doing a... It's been announced for 2 months, but I just didn't know. They're doing like a... It might be out by the time this video comes up, but they're doing a Castlevania game, style game called... what's it called? It's called... Grim Guardian's Demon Purge, and it stars the 2 girls, or the 2 main girls from Double Peace. And it was just like... Huh. And I'm like, I might have to end up getting that then, because... I mean, I'm not really I don't think I've really played a Castlevania game, actually, but... Yeah, it's just the sort of thing where... It just interests me a little bit. And also, because it's apparently going to be on PS5, we'll see. Because they did announce that Galgun Returns was going to be on Xbox One, and then it never ended up coming out on Xbox One. Because Microsoft didn't license it. And also the same with... Well, Galgun Returns didn't come out on PlayStation. Even like the Galgun is so weird in like the... I know this is Doom, but Galgun is so weird in the way that, like, how it works. In the fact that, like, the first one was an Xbox 360 exclusive. Then Microsoft made them patch it because you could see the girls' pants. So they went, all right, Microsoft, we'll patch it, but that's gonna reduce your exclusivity, and we're gonna release it on the PS3. So they released the unpatched version of the game on the PS3. They improved it. They added PlayStation Move functionality and stuff, supposedly. Well, not supposedly, it says it, but they've supposedly improved the game from the Xbox version. And then that happened, and then, oh, by the way, we're going to have some... Actually, no, I thought we were going to have some dialogue here, but we didn't. Well, there's a data thing here. I think the reason why is because obviously we've had one at each of those, but we're going to get it when we disable the tower. But yeah, then they did Galgun Double Peace, which was a PlayStation 4 exclusive, kind of. It's on PC. I think they're all on PC now, but yeah, it came out on PC as well. But it was a PlayStation 4 exclusive. And then they were like, oh, we're doing Galgun 2. And then that came out... I'm pretty sure that did come out on PlayStation 4, because that's what I was originally going to get it on, and then the Switch version was cheaper, so I ended up getting the Switch version. And then they were like, oh, we're remaking Galgun, but it's going to be called Galgun. Oh, that's a new enemy as well. I hate those because they move about so much. But yeah, they're like, oh, we're going to do Galgun Returns, and they're like, oh, it's going to be on PlayStation, and then it never came out on PlayStation, despite the game that it's based on being on PlayStation. So, who the hell knows, you know? And now they're doing this Castlevania-style game that's supposedly coming out on Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation, and PC. So, we'll see which ones it actually comes out on, because they did announce that Returns and Double Peace were going to be on... and I guess number 2, I don't know. I guess they announced that previously the other Galgun games were going to be on Xbox, and they never came out. Anyway, we're going to get some more dialogue in a second.
We spent decades perfecting the science, selling it to humanity. We balanced their hell energy with our science, making it usable and safe. We solved an energy crisis the world had no answer for. It works. You cannot do this.
Right, okay, well, now that dialogue's finished. I can't remember what they're saying, because I have the audio muted for the recording, so you don't ever hear an echo of the game audio, because I know that sometimes happens when I'm playing the game, and like when I'm doing live commentary. I try not for that to happen, but it does occasionally happen, and it really annoys me when it does. But what can you do, really? I mean, people will be like, oh, you need to use headphones and whatever, but I have tried that before. I can't remember what it was. What did I do where it caused... There was a thing where I was doing it, I think with... This was way back in the day. This is when the channel first started. Not this channel, back the old Insane Gamers channel, which this then became the new Insane Gamers channel, and all the content from that channel was re-uploaded, and then the Insane Gamers ended. There's a whole video on this on the channel, called Insane Gamers Has Ended, unless I've ended up deleting it by now, but I don't think so, because it's probably only been about a month. But if you're watching this, you know, like 3 years or so in the future, it might have gone. I don't know. But essentially, if it goes, I might do a video explaining the history of the Insane Gamers. That's a thing. Oh, I got Berserk, by the way. This is kind of annoying because there was a challenge, and I can't remember what the challenge was now. But I ended up completing it, but I didn't get the message because I was in Berserk mode when I completed the challenge, which was kind of annoying in that case. But yeah, I completed some sort of challenge, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was probably for killing so many enemies in a certain way. But alas, I can't remember what it was now. But yeah. So yeah, the Insane Gamers and the thing that I was on about. Basically, I used to record these very, very early on with my Xbox headset that I had. The commentary before I got this Blue Snowball microphone, which it wasn't great because I had some headset. I can't remember which one it was now. It was, what was it? It wasn't Turtle Beach. It was the other brand that was popular on 360. Triton or whatever they were called. I had one of those. And that was an excellent headset. Or the microphone was excellent, I should say. The build quality weren't great, but that also may have been just me being a teenager. Anyway, we've got dialogue.
If stopping our energy production is what you want, then you need only to destroy this last filter, and Argent energy will no longer exist in this solar system. We will be back at square one. You have no idea what you have just done.
Olivia is still alive. I've detected her life signature at the Argent Tower. She has removed one of the accumulators from the tower base. It has a unique energy signature that we can track.
Well, that's it then. There's nothing else to be done.
Well, I guess we're coming to the end of the episode, so I'll have to finish this, unfortunately, in the next episode because I ran out of time. But considering I'm recording the commentary straight after this, I will remember, I won't forget. So yeah, I've been RobtheMod. Thank you very much for watching part 5 of Doom on the PlayStation 4, and ta-ra.